Hey guys, welcome back again from Tampa Bay. This is going to be a night test, specifically of the headlights of this 2017 FZ09 MT09. I saw a video today. Oh my, I kind of see the problem. And basically, the guy was in a very unlit area, took a sharp right turn, and couldn't see the road at all, because when you turn, the light pattern just didn't illuminate his road, and he actually ran into the other lane in oncoming traffic. Now, I haven't ridden this at night before. This is the first time. So I'm really interested in the light beam pattern here, both going straight and going around turns. The only problem I have is I don't really have unlit areas around here. We are in a snowbird state, and frankly, Florida has excellent lighting everywhere. It's really hard to find some place with any kind of population without street lights, which really sucks for astrophotography, let me tell you. I have to drive quite a few hours to get to any place dark. But I can think of one place off the top of my head that might work. So I'm going to go there right now and we'll check it out. Well, as soon as I get some gas. I'm also learning where the fuel limits are on this bike. This fuel gauge, by the way, horrible. One of the worst I have ever seen. It goes from full to 4 out of 5 bars at half tank. Somewhere between 70 and 80 miles. It'll finally tick off that first of 5 bars. And then it just keeps plummeting from there. I'm at, oh geez, I tripped that fuel odometer at 128 miles on it. It's showing 4.1 on the fuel trip. So, assuming it's like other bikes and I've got maybe 30 miles on that fuel odometer, we're looking at, what's that, about 150 miles a tank, and I'm averaging just under 45 miles to the gallon here during break-in. So it'll probably improve a little bit after break-in. Yes, dude, those are your brights, and I am now blind. So, I'm going to get some gas, and we're going to head on over to the darkest spot I can think of off the top of my head with some curves, and check it out. Stay tuned. So filled up to the brim, it took, where is it at, 3.1 gallons. You know, I don't remember the capacity off the top of my head. I'll put it up here on the screen. It's 3 point something, 3.7, I think. So 3.1 with 4 miles on the fuel trip, so that'll kind of let me know what my range is. Might be even less than that. 30. I'm used to 50 on the FJR. That's when the fuel trip goes on that. So an update on the bike. I'm still waiting on the LED blinkers. That's the only major thing. And they are stuck in USPS hell. They came in internationally, and they went to the hub in Miami after coming down here to Tampa. Now they went to another sorting center in, I think it was called Opelika. I looked that up online, and it's just got tons and tons of everyone saying this is the worst sorting center ever, it loses your packages. But I'm having high hopes because it said that it left that facility last night. So we'll see. Maybe a day or two I should have those LEDs on, and then I am done for now. Just waiting on the quick shifter after that, but that's no big deal. That's just a fun little add-on part. And I got some other small stuff to do. I did get an X grip and a new ram mount and a ball and all that kind of good stuff. That's not a big deal. I got a power port in. I'm not sure I'm going to use the one that came in. It's a little large. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, because no matter what I do, it's not going to be permanent. I'm hardly ever going to use my GPS on this bike. So we'll see. So tootling around here, the brightness of the lights in all this ambient light is very good. It is much brighter than the splash on the ground. I would say it's maybe a little bit brighter than the big lights on the FJR, and it's definitely a whiter light compared to the yellow of the regular light bulbs. Just turning it here, I'm looking at the sharpness and the cutoff. When the bike is upright, handlebars are just turned upright, it's fine. It's throwing out a good 30, 40 feet, no problem, same as pointing straight. But it's when you lean into a curve, look at how fast, and you can see I'm barely tilting the bike. Look at how fast that cutoff line comes towards you and drops off. This doesn't, however, look nearly as bad as the guy on the video. Maybe he was just, super leaning the bike over. It's really hard to tell in that video. But I'll see here when I get to these curves, which are just down this road, it'll be easier to see outside of all this ambient light. Now, like I said, I think this road has some unlit portions. I'm not entirely sure because I don't remember the last time I went down here at night. There's still street lights, so that's going to definitely affect how I can see. But now you can really see the beam pattern, or at least I hope you can. I can see it very clearly with my naked eyes. It's going to look different on the GoPro, and this is only a 3+ black, so it's not the best at low light. The 4 would definitely show it clearer. So I'll try to note exactly how clear it is to my eyes. Oh man, I'll tell you what, now that I have the suspension dialed in, this is super comfy. Okay, great. No more street lights. So here we go. Excellent throw. The cutoff line is very apparent, and it is about, I would say, 5 cars ahead of me where it starts to fall off as far as the actual brightness. Anything before that, up until 10 feet in front of the bike, is very bright and white. Now I'm going to turn into this. I'll turn pretty sharp. Holy crap. Okay, that is horrendous. Oh, wow. That is surprisingly bad. That dude was not doing anything unusual. I'm doing 30 miles an hour here. I cannot see at all what is in the road ahead of me through the curve. When I'm actually turning into the apex there, if it's dark like this, you can't see anything. Your eye is adjusted to the light in the circle of light here, or the square of light, I should say, and you can't see anything beyond that. It's such a nice clean cutoff line. The problem is it just gets so close to the bike when it's tilted. Wow, that is no joke. Look at that. Really, I cannot see details with my naked eye outside of the light zone in a turn like that. Now, they do sell an auxiliary fog light, spotlight kind of projector setup, and they sit underneath the main headlights. But really, that's not anything that should ever be needed on a bike. Even here, it's not that great for distance. Let me try the brights here as soon as I find the switch. God, that is just bad. I don't like that at all. Now, me, like I said, this is literally the only dark area that I even know of in the area around here. So I'm flicking on the flash pass, which brings on all 4 lights, and it's basically just like a spotlight. But here, that makes it worse. That really does make it worse, because then your eye is even more adjusted to the brightness, and you can see that the brights are only a spot in the middle. Now when you're going straight, you can see it covers the whole road. It's very bright. It's actually quite high. There's some wildlife. There's a possum right there. But in a turn, it is completely worthless. Yes, dude, those are your brights. Here, I'll give you mine. How's that? Isn't that fun? Dick. So here's the turn coming up. I'll keep the brights on. And we'll go through the turn so you can see where the bright hits. Yeah, it's just a circle, but it still doesn't pick up where you're going into the turn. Man, that is pretty bad. And I would almost say I would like to aim them up just a little bit higher. Problem there is it's gonna affect even more right in front of the bike. As it is, it's pretty far out. It is a good 10 feet in front of the bike where it even starts to show light. So there's no downward splash whatsoever. These are projector housing LED bulbs, so it is a very focused light. Totally expected that. But wow, how it affects it in the curves like that. I would not be shocked if there is some type of lawsuit or recall or engineering update or something from Yamaha to fix this. Look at this. Now at least there's some street lights here so I could see the road. I'm going to flip back around, go the other way. I cannot believe that. This bike is a toy. I'm not kidding. This thing is so light. The wheelbase is so short. You don't even have to think about maneuvers. It's like just part of you. It's so small. I know, some of you are saying, dude, that's not a small bike. Well, it is when you are used to an FJR. Where is... Oh, see, I couldn't figure out where the turn was. This is all brand new. They just built this. This used to be just a regular old 90-degree two-lane bend. Okay, back into the dark. And I don't have a tinted screen on or anything. I'm completely clear, by the way. So when I say I can't see the road in the turn, I mean I can't see the road. My eye is simply not picking up any details. It goes from nice and bright in the light to black. Pure and simple. So what I end up doing is slowing way down so I don't overshoot the turn or run into something. Try not to look at the car's lights there, so my eyes are adjusted. Okay, so here's the brights again. Excellent brights going down the road, have to say. These are phenomenally bright and clear and shooting way down there. Those far signs are exactly as well lit as these ones right here 20 feet in front of me. Wow. Yeah, that is just simply bad. There's nothing else to say. So, if night riding in dark areas is something that is important to you, I strongly advise you to get an auxiliary lighting kit of some kind for this bike, because you can see that this is just plain poor. There's nothing else I can say about it. There's really no excuse for it. I can't believe they would even have ridden this at night with this kind of performance. There's the turn, here's the cutoff. Jesus. It's so close to you that I lose the center line of the road. I can't even see the contour of the curve. All I can see is the outside line. Jeez. So there you go, guys. I am going to consider an auxiliary kit if I end up doing more night riding. I don't believe I will need to, though, because you guys saw coming in here what it's like in, I kid you not, 99% of the roads around here. This is the anomaly. I'm right on the coast. These are mangroves here. It's water. So there are no homes and there's nothing to light. But everywhere else around here has some type of ambient lighting. This is just bad, though. Well, I just want to make you guys aware, do my own test, check it out, and give you some updates on what's going on. I am going down very shortly. I'm filming this out of sequence, by the way. I have something like, I don't know, 20 videos shot, edited, scheduled, ready to go up, one a day for quite a long time. Various stuff, all kinds of good stuff coming up. Some actually videos I'm quite excited about. And I'm going down in a few days to get this fully dyno tuned. They're going to make the new custom fuel maps for this ECU, so V-Cycle Nut will have them available for anyone else that wants it. And after that, man, I can go balls to the walls. I'll be fully broken in. The baffle will be out because I'll have the correct fuel mapping. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and by the way, if you have this full Yoshi system, or probably any full system, no cat, no cat at least, there are definitely hesitations and flat spots with the stock non-flashed ECU. So even though they say in this that it's quote-unquote safe to use without flashing the ECU, believe me, you are going to want to. I would not want to be riding this around, even with the baffle in, without it, because it just doesn't have the linear response that I expect out of a well-tuned bike. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for lots of more cool vids coming up. We'll see you next time.